All right, welcome back to Thrive America. I'm your host, Brent Brooks, joined by Chris Spears of Arke Systems. Once again, thanks for coming on our show, Chris.
Happy to be here.
We talked a little bit in the prior segments about some tips that you can do to create your own website. .NET Nuke and Joomla are two really good website building applications that you can download, you can use, and you can start writing your website and start working on that. We talked about Google Analytics and applying some code onto your site, and then you can start seeing what is working and what is not working on your website, and really pinpoint these elements and improve what isn't working. We talked about, Chris shared about how you can use video, you can employ customer testimonials on your site, and even some online demos. That's ways to keep people on your site, keep people engaged on your website, and keep them coming back. We're going to kind of move towards the idea of social media. We've heard a lot about social networking, and of course this is a big kind of a buzz right now, but how do we leverage all of those websites, LinkedIn and Facebook, to really help our businesses grow? So let's first focus on LinkedIn, Chris, and share with us some of your thoughts there.
Right. I added LinkedIn as a talking point. I think most business people should be familiar with it, and if you're not, go out and get an account. But the real reason that I put LinkedIn on that list is because the network that is out there, you really have no idea how good it is. Right. So as a business owner, one of the things that we've done with our employees is make sure that everybody has a LinkedIn account, that they're linked into all of our clients, they're linked into their friends, and then just associates that they network with. And when it comes to farming time for the sales team, we go through LinkedIn and we do searches around the specific keywords that we want to be after. If we've identified specific companies, search through LinkedIn and find out how far away you are from different individuals in that company. I mean, it doesn't have to be the CEO. If you could get one step away from somebody that's just at that company, they can at least help you, guide the waters, navigate the waters there. But additionally, you can do a search for specific titles. So if your business focuses in on the CFO or, just a finance accountant, go in and do a search for that, get the list. It'll tell you how far away from certain people you are, and you can network out that way. I was at an event the other night, and the speaker asked the question, how many people have a LinkedIn account? And everybody raised their hand. And then they said, well, how many people have a paid LinkedIn account? And not a single hand went up. So it's a powerful tool. You don't need to even spend money on it. Build your network. Have the people around you build their network, and then just go through it and figure out what's in there.
So I think I'm catching on kind of a way that you're using LinkedIn. You're targeting, first your company is targeting a certain industry, let's say. And then you maybe refine that to now you're targeting a certain company.
Right.
And then you may find through your web of employees and folks, hey, who's the closest contact that we have that we can infiltrate this company? And is that kind of the idea?
Exactly. I mean, it's, if you think about it, like you said, one of our focuses is marketing agencies. So I'll go in and do a search for a creative director, let's say. And I'll get a list of all the creative directors that are within a couple of steps away from someone in our organization or someone in my network. And then that lets me go out and say, if you knew someone that I didn't know, I could contact you and say, hey, Brent, do you mind introducing me to so-and-so over at that agency? I see that you're linked into him and they're connected, if you'd mind making that introduction. And you're going to get a much better response rate for a couple of reasons. The email comes from LinkedIn, and most people aren't sending that to spam, opposed to me sending that person an email directly, and it just gets deleted. If the user is someone that is familiar with LinkedIn, they at least get the email, they read it, and then they can decide what to do, opposed to it automatically getting filtered off to a spam box.
Well, thanks for sharing that tip on LinkedIn. I know we talked a little bit before about how you can build testimonials, and it's kind of easy to ask for a testimonial on LinkedIn, and then that's a great way to maybe just take that testimonial, copy that, and put that onto your website. But that's a great tactic on how to use LinkedIn. Let's talk a little bit about Facebook. Of course, Facebook is a huge social networking site. You talk about developing online groups and some viral applications.
Right. And this is really a new frontier for us as well. We've put together 2 groups on Facebook that we're pursuing. So we've put together an Arke Systems group that we've invited our clients to. we've invited prospects to, and we've invited our employees to. And we use it as a way to distribute information out to those groups in a fashion that isn't intrusive. So we're announcing events. We're almost doing many PR releases into our Facebook group, but we're also generating discussion between our clients, our employees, our prospects. Good or bad. If it's bad, you have an opportunity to at least respond to it and say, here's how we're going to fix that problem. And if it's good, it shows a level of transparency to future clients and to the prospects you've invited to the site that is really attractive to them. They get to see behind the covers of the organization.
So you've developed a group for your company, and you're inviting your clients, your current clients, and potential clients, and giving them this one hub that's focusing on kind of your industry.
Right. And the best part about it is we don't have to drive traffic to Facebook. If you have a Facebook account and you're a regular user, you're on there, and if something's happening in our group, it just shows up on your digest of the information you get. And from that, we've also spun out kind of an agency group that we're putting together, where we're trying to produce relevant information for people inside of different agencies, announcing events, kind of just opening communication. What's social media all about? Hey, here's a great example of it. So being able to do that, and then also tie it all together. If you bring your website over and say, hey, here's a link over to our Facebook group, join up, find out a little bit more about us. It's just another way to try to engage that customer, that visitor to your website.
So it sounds like what Chris is doing is using Facebook as a hub to keep his clients in communication, attract new customers to his business, and not just kind of use it to socialize, but create a group for your business on Facebook and start there. It's a free service that you can do. All right, Chris, we'll have you back here in just a minute.